So recently, Greg Doucette again have been hitting out against Clavicular. I can't say that word. The guy that hammers his face and looks like a dweeb. Clavicular. Greg Doucette's been hitting out against him because he's been accused of taking steroids from the age of 14. Even though the dude confirmed in a documentary that he takes steroids as to date, that wouldn't surprise me as a teenager if he was taking testosterone or any kind of anabolics. But it raises the sort of greater question of, in the modern age, of teenagers taking steroids. And also, do teenagers in general, because of this hyped gym culture now on TikTok especially, is it more taboo underground, or are they getting access and hold of these things? Well, I have a quick story. I was in the gym probably about a year and a half ago, and there was a group of young broccoli heads training. And one of them I remember quite vividly showing his mate, pulled his hoodie and went like this. Waved this little vial and hit it, and his mate shits down and goes, "No way, where'd you get that, bro?" So it is happening. That was in my small local town, which isn't that popular. So imagine what's happening in the cities. And these young boys weren't exactly, young trainers by any stretch of the imagination. They were just average. So there is obviously some sort of culture out there, probably more underground, that this thing is happening. Is it happening with every teenager? Probably no. It's hard getting a hold or even knowing how to get a hold of steroids unless you've been approached by someone in your gym, which is probably the most easiest way, or you do a bit of research online to get a hold of these things. And then even at that, you're gonna have to figure out how to inject it. Most young probably kids wouldn't have the balls to do that. Or maybe I'm just a bit of a pussy and these kids would do that. The point of it is that teenagers are, in fact, in this day and age, taking anabolic steroids to some degree. Some of them are anyway. So what are the implications of that? I think the first biggest implication is the fact that it's just shit work ethic. I mean, if you're at that age and you're so young, why do that? Your testosterone is already high. You can make amazing gains naturally, and you choose to instead inject a foreign substance in your body to try to get there fast. Now, I know obviously in the human brain, and especially young people, you want it now and you want it quick, and you're seeing people on your social media frames and you want to look like them. I get it. But I promise you, take the long road, and then eventually if you're ready and you feel like you want to add a substance like that to your physique, the quality difference will be immense, especially with what you've been able to build first. But it also proves to yourself and your peers that you have the resilience and balls to carry this thing through naturally and say no to the shortcuts. But we can't even begin to talk about the side effects and health complications that these things bring. I had close friends that I used to go to school with, and when they were about 18, they took these kind of drugs. Now, I know that these guys at 18, 19 looked fantastic, but however, now, when they got around about 27, 26 and they stopped taking it, serious weight issues. And I see these people that come into the gym before, they struggle with their weight to this day. Balding issues, severe weight issues. Because they took it at such a young age, their natural production shut down. And then because they kind of half semi fell in love with the gym, now they're stuck with this bullshit of, okay, I don't really feel as motivated now. That's because your natural production testosterone is down. And also because I'm not really that obsessed with the gym, I don't want to have to go out of my way to find TRT and take something to help this, which you would have to do for the rest of your life if your natural production shut down. So the complications are massive. A young person, and if you are young watching this video, you're not probably gonna think about that and take that into consideration, right? Because right now you're in the moment and you're like, fuck you, I wanna get big, and this is the way I've seen people getting big, and trust me, I'll be in the gym for the rest of my life. Trust me, you won't be. Because what happens is when you do find a partner, and this is what normally the end game is, right, for a lot of males that go into the gym, they wanna find a girlfriend, right? They wanna get muscular and they think women give a fuck. Most women don't give a fuck, but they do give a fuck that you do look after yourself to some degree. The point I'm making is that you will get to a point in your life where life will move forward a wee bit more. You'll probably focus on a bit more on career, job, family, children, and your training obsession will probably lower a wee bit, unless this is your job or unless you're a bodybuilder or you want to be that. But if it's someone who just enjoys training, trust me, that will lower quite significantly. And you do not want to get into a health complication in your body that is going to plague you for decades of your life. It's just not worth it. So heed my advice, learn your genetic potential. You can make incredible results naturally. I did it several times, I did a couple of shows, and I can promise you now, the people that I competed against, some of them physiques, you would think these guys were abusing steroids because they've been on it so long, good genetics, but also on it so long, so locked in, and so specific and accurate with their training. They really are just an inspiration to those around them. If you want my advice, for teenagers especially, take the slow route. And if you're still here 10 years later, and don't give me this, 3 years in, I've been training for 2 years off and on, that's my genetic potential reached. No fucker. Your genetic potential won't be reached until about 10 years. I've been doing this for a decade, and I still have elements that I can put onto my frame. But I can promise you, if you can show yourself that you can do this for 10 years, 9, 10 years at least, and you're still here full front, then maybe something like an anabolic, testing with it at low dosage could be for you. If you have any comments about the subject below, drop it below and I will do my best to reply. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do consider subscribing. I have tons of other good content over in the channel here. All sorts of nutrition training and natty training, so hit that up. But until the next time, I'll see you then.